I read that you were on Fear Factor, and I searched and searched for like the specific episode that you were on. I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
So I have to just ask, like, what did you do on the episode? Because I watched
like
a lot
pussy.
of. Did you get to the part? Did you get to a part where you had to eat anything? Because like that to me is always
the hardest. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Fear Factor, that's another one of those shows. By the time you go out there, like you have in your mind thought about all the most horrible things that they could possibly, make you eat. It's like you're ready to eat cat turds by the point and time that you go out there. And so for me, the second stunt, it was actually like a bug transfer where we were hanging upside down and we had like those Madagascar hissing cockroaches and big millipedes and worms. And we had to, basically we were suspended upside down and there was this big bin of worms with all these bugs and you had to sort them with your mouth. And so that was like nothing, right? I'm like,
that's
really?
something. I don't know. So what, but did you win? Did you lose? How'd you do? What got you?
The first stunt got pretty much everybody except one guy. They handcuffed you and put you in a body bag, and you had like this. You had a key on like a carabiner or a lanyard on your wrist. And so the idea is that they're going to zip you up in this body bag, and then they're going to dump you or drop you in a tank of water. And so I was like,
that's a toughie.
Well, you survived.
Well, yeah, but I don't think I almost did. It was, because what you don't realize is that as soon as they drop you in water, it's like if you had a bag on your hand and you submerge it in a tub, it saran wraps you. And so you go in and you literally, whatever position you were in when they drop you, that's where you're staying until the water and everything sort of starts to regulate. And so you're fighting. You're trying to get this bag to move. You're holding your breath. Water's coming in. The goggles went up. And so they tell you right before they drop you in the water, they say, hey, don't wait until you're out of air. We need about 10 seconds to get you up before, so basically just don't wait until you're about to take a breath. And the international sign of get me the hell out of here was this. And so I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, how do I know if I'm 5 or 10 seconds or 15 seconds? And so I looked like a humongous puss on national television with that one. But that was a tough one because everybody sort of bailed out at that one except the last guy who was able to do it. And then, but by that point, the pressure's off. So come on.
And by the last guy, he probably saw like, oh, nobody else died, and they all accidentally tapped out too early. So I've learned that lesson.
Absolutely. And then the second stunt with the bug transfer, I was killing this guy, right? You had the amount of bugs that you got was sort of, going. But my bin had the 2 winners that previously went. And so my bin was down bugs. And so I ran out of bugs before he ended up winning. That was it. Fear was a factor. And every time my grandmother watches that episode, because it reruns all the time, she's like, hey,
I lost you there for a second, Aaron. What about
the
bugs?
Gist of it was
you ran out of bugs in your bin?
I ran out of bugs in my bin. And so my bin was down bugs. And so
was it light on bugs or out of bugs?
It was light on bugs because the 2 previous winners were on my bin, and they don't replenish bugs after each session.
So what happened was it was harder for you to get bugs because it was lightly populated, whereas the other guy was in a target-rich environment.
That's it.
Nobody was a bigger fan of Fear Factor than whoever the Madagascar hissing cockroach salesman is. Like wherever that regional distributor lives, like he almost killed himself the night that guy. Yeah, it must be Madagascar or a hissing cockroach farm in Central Texas. Who knows? But that. Yeah. Did you feel like any bugs cracking in your teeth or like any pieces?
The interesting thing about it was that these millipedes were super big, and just really, really huge. And when you were finished, I said to the producer, I said, why do I taste spicy? And he said, it's actually because of the legs are cutting your tongue, microscopic, cuts on your tongue, and it's the sensation of spiciness. And then your lips are bleeding a little bit because the cockroaches do bite. And so there was that. Plus you have a bunch of worm crap in your mouth, but other than that,
I don't know if you know, like one of the final episodes of Fear Factor, the thing that got them taken off the air was they had a contest where the contestants I believe they threw horseshoes, And it didn't matter if you were the horseshoe world champion. You could ring it every time. You were going to have to drink some amount of horse cum or horse urine. And they had pictures of this stuff. And I believe it was an episode with maybe twins or brothers and sisters or something, because I think it was twins or something like that. And I just remember these two girls, they had to decide which one was going to drink the piss and which one of them was going to drink the cum. And she's just guzzling like a big like beer mug of horse cum. And I've heard Rogan speak on it. He's like, I knew we were going too far with that shit. I knew that was too much. I was watching it go down, and I knew it was too much. It was donkey cum. Thank you, Shiz. It was donkey cum. I don't know if that's better or worse. Like you know,
it's not even. It's even lower class than horse cum. Donkey cum.
But it's not like on Jackass. I saw they did like a shot glass of horse cum, and that's disgusting enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
But no, this is like 30 ounces of horse.
No, they're taking like the kind of drinks you see in a Powerade commercial out of this. Like just glug, glug, full mouthful.
They're chugging it.
Dripping slowly down their chin.
The prize is only $50,000, right? It's only $50,000. Like I'm all right. That's a ton of money.
I'll drink a lot of horse cum for $50,000.
Will you? Will you really?
I mean, if you
I would drink a Powerade full of it.
Cash, I would drink a beer stein full of horse.
You got to be careful saying things like that. We got a bit of an audience here. Last time, remember when Wings said that he would have sex on camera for $5,000?
We made it happen.
36 hours before we had the money on the table. So, there may be a group of people who love you and or hate you. It doesn't matter. Who will just accrue $50,000.
All right,
yes.
let's cut the bullshit. What's the actual lowest amount of money for you to drink a beer stein full of horse cum? It's on the table.
A beer stein is one of those big,
it's like, let's say like 20
Oktoberfest type things.
Yeah, 20, 25 ounces. Like a tall boy of beer worth.
And do you want it warm or cold?
Well, you have to drink it fresh. That's a stipulation.
You have to procure it.
Like the donkey has to be in eyesight.
How many horses will this take? Wow. I mean, I would totally do it for 100. The question is, would I do it for 50? I think you wouldn't drink a beer stein full of
100,000.
Yeah. When you gave me that shocked look, I'm like, come on, $100,000 matters. That's a thing.
Yeah, I'd do it for $100,000. Honestly,
I might do it for 50. I wouldn't do it for 15.
Oh, I'd do it 15.
Well, we have a new.
I think they might choose you over me for this one.
I'd prefer 20 because then at least it feels like I don't want to drink a bunch of cum and be like, oh god, if I bought a car with this, I could barely get a fucking Yaris.
But I was thinking car sales. This is a bad negotiating tactic. You're like, I'd do it for 15, but prefer 20. Oh well, 20 then, I guess. That'll never happen.
12.5. I bet if we lay 12.5 on the table, he starts guzzling.
Yeah,
20 after tax.
You do poorly on Shark Tank.
Or on Fear Factor.
Well, I want 10%, but I'd take 7. Well, I'm offering 7 then.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck. Bamboozled myself. Yeah,
I don't know about that. Like 50 is a lot of money. It really is.
Yeah,
see, here's the difference between like this discussion we're having and the Fear Factor thing. They're drinking this is like the second competition on a show. There's more competitions to come. Like guzzling that cum doesn't mean they get $50,000. It means they get to continue on in the show.
They're guzzling that cum for an opportunity at $50,000, right? They might not get it. That's
I'd rather drink the cum
they
and
didn't.
For sure make $20,000 than drink the cum and maybe get nothing. Because some other maniac like Aaron is just really good at sorting bugs with his mouth, like 20 minutes later, and it's like, oh god, I got a stomach full of cum for nothing. Like,
well, who hasn't had that problem? Sometimes dates don't go the way you want them to. No, I'll find whatever it takes. I would procure the cum. If the audience out there can crowdfund up $15,000, we will definitely have Taylor drink it.
I get all the money.
Of course you get all the money.
Kyle gets the memories of procuring the cum.
Yeah. I've been looking for an excuse to jerk a horse off for years.
All right. I don't know if I'd want that on video. I know I wouldn't want it on video because like people would be like, hey, guess what my grandpa did on YouTube in 2018.
Yeah.
We'll be like, oh man, like he passed away. Semen overdose. Like,
but-
a little after that.
On the other hand,
Horse AIDS.
there's this whole
Horse
notion that
AIDS.
there's so much ridiculous stuff on YouTube now. It would just fall into a sea of horse cum and pee drinkers.
That's
No.
what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that by that point, it doesn't matter. That's super tame.
I talked about it last week on the show. You know, it used to be you released your porn in the 90s, you know, your homemade video, and you were doomed. Everybody saw it. Now there is so much content out there, it just gets lost.
Yeah, but it can be found at any time.
It's like
Is the
pee
thing.
in the ocean.
Dude, it's
you know,
so hard.
you can't find that again. It's just,
I've known girls who like told me, they're like, yeah, I did a porno this year, and I was like, which production company? Oh, I think it was called Blue Moon
It's called Dog Fart.
Projects.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, what state was it filmed in? And they told me the state. With all that information, I scoured the internet for years. Occasionally, I still get bored, and I'm like, all right, this production company, this year, I know what the girl looks like. No, there's so much porn on the internet. You just can't find it. You just can't.
Guy from that podcast drinking horse cum. Oh, found it.
One result.
Found it. Yeah. Yeah. One result.
One zero. It autofills.